Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys how to make my very tasty stew. So you're gonna need some of this, I don't know how it's called, I think it's shin beef or something. I'm gonna put them to boil for a bit because this is frozen, so yeah. I'm gonna use two of them. They're pretty thick, I mean, look at this. Fuck. Oh, they're frozen. They are very thick. But this is going to boil for a while, so it's okay. While this boils for a bit, because again, I'm defrosting it, you're going to need carrot, green onion, this is optional, onion, garlic, potatoes, and it will also be nice if you add pumpkin, because it's pretty sweet and it's very tasty and it combines greatly with the potatoes. Sadly, I forgot to buy. Oh wait, never mind. I think there's pumpkin in my garden. Let me check. My mom grew this. She has like a little garden in my backyard. Okay, so again, pumpkin, carrot, green onion, optional, onion, garlic, potatoes, and shin beef. In reality, you can add whatever you want, but this is usually the stuff you want in your stew. So now just peel your potatoes, clean them a little bit. Now you're gonna just peel your onions. It's easier if you just chop both ends. After all, you're not going to mince them, so you can just chop this in half. I'm guessing you guys are not seeing. Chop it in half, and you just peel it like this. I don't have nails. I don't know to fucking take the fucking skin off. Good enough. Same with the spring onion, or whatever it's called, I don't remember. Green onion, I guess. I like to take like the ugly ones out first, and then I just take a little bit of the ends too, because sometimes they taste bad, sometimes they're bruised and taste like shit. Other times they're dirty as fuck and you cannot clean them because they have many folds. Sharp many folds. I'm just gonna cut it in half here, gonna cut the tip out, and I'm gonna leave it over here. And the carrot, I'm gonna use half of it because I don't want my stew to be too sweet. Sadly, my potato peeler broke, so I'm not going to peel it this time. I'm just gonna use it with the skin on, which I don't really mind. It's not that disgusting. It's not really bad at all. You can take a little bit off with a knife if you know how to peel with a knife, I guess. And then for the last part, the pumpkin. I'm going to take. Oh shit, this is really heavy. Well, look at that. So perfect. Okay. I'm gonna use the top part because it's empty. I'm gonna take the tip off. And I'm gonna clean the insides a little bit because I am not sure if there's anything really in there, so yeah. You will probably be wondering, how do I peel the pumpkin? That's easy, since I have this very flat surface. I just put it like this and go from top to bottom with the knife, trying to carefully peel it. I'm going to put a finger probably, but it's the best way you can probably manage to peel a pumpkin like this without wasting too much. It's going to take a little bit of time, don't worry, but it's not the end of the world. But it is important that you peel correctly, or at least take most of it out, because if not, it's going to be it's going to have a lot of fiber and it's not tasty. The fiber is not tasty. I tried to salvage the skins of the pumpkin one time. It didn't end well at all, to say the least. It was actually fairly disgusting. It was like trying to shove a, how do I say this? A hairball in my mouth. It was really nasty. The fibers were really thick and they didn't boil down and turn mushy like the pumpkin itself. So yeah, make sure to peel it. So once you got it peeled down, you just gotta chop it like this. I almost chopped my finger out. It hurts now. It's really fucking it's really fucking sharp. I just fucking rub it on it. Just gotta chop it like this. Handful size, okay? You gotta grab it like it is a ball, you know? No more, no less. And you're going to throw it at last because this one cooks fairly fast. I'm going to throw everything here. It's no big deal. Alright. Same with the potatoes, like this. Just a handful, you know. These are fairly small, so I'm going to cut them in fourths. This. Perfect. Same with this one. This one is more smaller, so I'm just going to take this here. You know, gonna cut it perfectly. You know, it's not gonna be a big deal if you fail a little bit to cut it. After all, you're going to puree it later. This one, you can just, you know, grab a scissor and remember, it doesn't gonna be perfect. It's going to be stew anyways. It's not going to be a proper dish. It needs to be messy. It needs to have, you know, it needs to be homemade, okay? It needs to have a soul, okay? Don't just try to make it perfect. It's not gonna be the same. The onions are the same. It's just kind of like this, you know? And for the carrots, you gotta chop them small, okay? Make sure you chop them small, because these fuckers are not going to boil so fast. They're going to be a pain in the ass for you, so make sure to chop them a little bit smaller, okay? That's much better. Okay, the fucking onion is so fresh. Ah, it's burning my eyes. Okay, let's continue. So now you just gotta throw the onions in it like this. Wow, it's so difficult. You're going to throw also the carrots in it, in the pot. You need a really big pot, okay? Like this can contain 5 liters, 5 liters maybe. I don't know, not entirely sure. And I need to chop the onions. But while I chop the onions a little bit, the garlic, you need a little bit of oil. Okay? And you're gonna be like, well, how do I prepare the garlic? The bottom, the top, take them out, peel it inside the pot, and that's it. Super easy, don't worry too much about it. Also, don't throw too much garlic in it, okay? You don't want it to taste off. Just 3 or 2 cloves is okay. 4th is already enough. And you're gonna be like, well, what now? Nothing. You just let it sit for a moment. This gonna warm up still. Smell coming off. It's not a big deal. It's probably the pot. You just gotta let it sit for a moment. You know, till the pot heats up, till the onions are a bit brown. Where is my spoon? Here's the spoon. You know, move it a little bit if you want to break down the onion layers and stuff. Like this. And while you left your meat boiling for a while, you're going to use that to moisturize this stuff once it's a little bit short, you know, a little bit burned. Because the burnt stuff is the tasty stuff, alright? You're just gonna make it brown a little bit. And it's not going to be the end of the world if you don't make it perfectly. This fucking pot is smelling weird. I swear to fucking God, if this ruins my fucking meal, I'm going to cry. Important detail, bay leaves. You need bay leaves, okay? You can prepare this with bay leaves, sure, you can do it. But use bay leaves, not the chopped option, not the sprinkled stuff, you know? Not the oregano version of it, you know? Use the entire leaf, you need the leaves. Bay leaves make a lot of the taste in stews. And you see the shit? This is a little bit charred now, so I'm just gonna like this. Perfect. And you're gonna ask, why are you taking out the meat? Because I'm going to char it too. You can skip the optional stuff. You can just throw everything in the pot and just cook it like this, you know? But I like to give it a little personality, okay? Since my meat wasn't fresh, I wasn't able to do this. You gotta cut this. Like this. Because it's going to curl up like it is now. So you gotta chop the ligament, maybe it's called, I don't know. The membrane in the borders. As you can see here, there's like membrane in the border and stuff. You cut it out. Just so it doesn't curl up and meat doesn't ruin. You wanna say, oh, but you're ruining the meat right now by cutting it. Shut the fuck up. Now you throw it in a pan, like this. And let it cook for a moment. It's going to be okay, don't worry. This is my version of the recipe. Again, if you just want to throw everything in the pot like this, if you want to throw everything in the pot, you are able to do so. Don't worry. Me? I like to char this a little bit so it tastes better. But other than that, you can do whatever you want. Once it is a little bit darker, I like to use a little bit of white wine. White wine? Yeah, white wine, whatever, I don't care. The one that's clear, you know? And I just... like that. You can really just use the cheap stuff. It's not going to make that much of a difference anyway. But the thing is, white wine goes really well with the stew. So you just gotta let it like the alcohol to dissolve a little bit. I'm going to prepare the pot to put the stuff in it. You're going to basically deglaze the pan with a little bit of wine. You're going to throw the rest of the vegetables inside, and once the pan is a little bit deglazed and the wine doesn't smell like alcohol or too alcoholic, you just throw it in there like this, because that's going to have all the fats of the meat and also the glaze. It's going to taste really good. If you don't have enough water or if not enough broth, you can just, throw water in it. Yeah, big surprise! If you want more water, you throw more water. Wow! Okay, insane, crazy, right? And like that. You can maybe just move it a little bit to make space, maybe, so everything boils correctly. Like that. And just put the lid back on and let it boil till the potatoes and the pumpkin are soft. And you will be like, oh well, what type of condiments, spices, what type of spices can I throw in? Besides bay leaves and oregano, you can throw in some salt. You need a lot of salt because this is a lot of water and it has like very absorbent vegetables. Let me check if they are cooked up yet. Yeah, the pumpkin is pretty cooked now. The potato seems to be also quite cooked too. But I'm gonna leave it a little bit more. Also, you're going to throw some black pepper, a lot of salt, because you're gonna say, well, how much salt? You're going to realize you need a whatever you say, a lot of salt, because this is a lot of water, a lot of different vegetables, meat and stuff, so it's going to take more than just a sprinkle to make it taste good. And if you notice, it lacks a little bit of taste. It's not as tasty as I expected it to be. It's probably because it's lacking salt. Let me give it a test real quick. Once you realize it is tasty, it's because it has enough salt. Let me give it a taste. You want to also throw a little bit of sugar to the meat and whatever spice you really like, to say the least. This is kind of free game, so you can throw whatever you want. In my personal preference, I like to separate the vegetables from the broth, because the broth can then be reused to make soup, which is fairly tasty, or just drink it like that, And I like to make the pumpkin and potatoes into puree with a little bit of mayo, and it tastes amazing with the meat and stuff. And I know some of you will be like, oh, but you're supposed to eat the stew with all these juices and stuff in a bowl. I eat the stew however the fuck I want. At the end of the day, you're supposed to make this to enjoy it. To enjoy it. You can make it puree and mayo and just mix it, and then throw a piece of meat in it like this. and then enjoy it however the fuck you want. Don't let anyone tell you how you're supposed to enjoy this dish.